Well, friendly friends, welcome back. It is that time of year again. Time to pick up on the ongoing saga of the internet's most entertaining Long Island Goomba lolcow, Scoobie331. This is my favorite part of the year being on YouTube, because it's time to take a look back at an entire year of Scooby's bullshit. To be honest with you, I never thought we would get 6 videos out of this guy. And when I made the first one, I certainly never thought it would evolve into full-length feature films about him. But I'm not gonna lie, I love this shit. I am completely unashamed of admitting that Scooby is my favorite. He's the best. He never stops. You might be thinking the series is ramping down. After all, what else can he do, right? At some point we have got to hit the point of diminishing returns on old Scoober. Every year I say that, and every year we are utterly surprised at what desperate, insecure threats and accusations come out of Scoobican Crytalker. And 2020 would be no different. Normally I only do one of these videos a year, but on February the 15th of 2020, Scooby did a 3-hour-long interview with Earjuice, Hef, and Stretch on the He-Jazz stream, which was such a phenomenal shit show of epic proportions that I was able to cut an entire video just on that and the events leading up to it. And it is where Scooby, Burnside, and Tara were completely blown out. Burnside outed himself as a literal cuck. Tara as a gonorrhea-infested woman of ill repute. And all of Scooby's little schemes, including his FBI claims, his YouTube mafia theory, and even his tales of getting repeated calls all day and night to his mudda's house, were proven beyond the shadow of any reasonable doubt to be false. I encourage everyone to go check out that stream on the He-Jazz channel where it was re-uploaded after the House of Mouse struck their original one. Multiple times. February 15th, 2020. The night of the legendary Battle of He-Jazz on the Kiwi Moon. From Scooby331 to Ferret.
Yeah, I think I might actually go and reach out to people after all. I'm thinking these people are simply too stupid to reason with.
All people are too stupid to reason with. We all have our bias and are set in our ways.
The way I look at it, they're a pack of retards and they're putting my mother's life at risk. I've an obligation.
Fuck.
Considering what they just did, I may be too late.
I'm talking to people right now to see what I can figure shit out.
One of those fools tried doxing me. I'm not who they doxed though.
So Scooby's over here like,
yeah, I was lying before, but I'm really gonna reach out to my mafia friends now.
Even after having to admit he made the whole thing about people calling his mudda up, he doubles down on,
they're endangering my mudda.
Nobody tried doxing you on that stream, Scooby. First of all, because your info's been out there for 3 years now. But more importantly, that stream is still up, no docs exist, everyone here will be able to go watch it and see that for themselves. What did happen though is you got caught lying about your identity. Scoop, if you don't want your face on the internet, don't upload a bunch of videos of you and Diogenes going to the Smithsonian to YouTube. And if you're going to do that, for the love of God, don't wear a butt plug fur tail while doing it and simultaneously claiming you have no furry tendencies. So apparently this person with Scooby's voice, fitting his body shape, description, walking with a cane, which Scooby admits that he does, who at one point signs his screen name on a flag in the same video, apparently this wasn't Scooby. This was just some mafia bigwig who visits all the same museums as Scooby on the same day and that apparently switched places with him and doesn't want to be called a furry. Let this serve as an example to you of how Scooby not only never learns, but when he gets his dick kicked in, his instinct is to double and triple down. He has Tara and Burnside staying at his house. They just got done being thoroughly ass-blasted on He-Jazz, and he's taking time away from that to send this ridiculous message to Ferret. After the events of the Battle of He-Jazz in episode 5, where the House of Mouse was defeated harder than I think I've ever seen someone take a fall on the internet, by nobody else but them. I made a bet with Earjuice that within 2 weeks he would receive a threat from Scoobie331. All through that stream, to the end, EJ stayed on the up and up with them, simply asking questions. Questions they approved ahead of time. He even shielded them from some of the callers who just wanted to call in and take a shot at old Scoob rather than asking questions. Juice played an integral part in that event, not only being the straight man and the voice of reason in the stream, but by doing much of the research that allowed it to be such a solid and decisive victory. I tend to rush in and start calling names and showing evidence, but Earjuice was much more calculating and patient. Through the whole stream, Scooby kept referring to EJ as the cool one, the one that he liked, the one on their side. Before that stream, EJ recorded hours of interviews with the House of Mouse, going over all the questions they would be asked and receiving their answers ahead of time, like a politician, literally giving them all the rope they needed to hang themselves. And as we saw, EJ set him up and Stretch and Hef knocked him down. Now I lost that bet, because technically he never received a threat. But he did receive a number of lies 7 days later. Remember guys, Scooby might be a spurgy, lying piece of shit online, but in real life, he's a journalist living in gangland. A place where he's really important. Us plebs are just too smooth-brained to conceive of his exciting and really dangerous life. So on February 22nd, 7 days after the Hejaz stream, EJ was finally confronted by Scooby. Because it took Scooby 7 days to realize he'd been played. Something literally everyone else watching figured out before the stream even began. But again, maybe we just don't understand how the mind of a journalist like Scoobert works. Scooby enters the group chat on Discord that the House of Mouse and Earjuice were talking in to prep for that stream. And Scoobican feels like he's been unjustly doxxed. Because on that stream they showed videos that have been up on Diogenes' channel for over a year. Videos that showed Scooby's face to the world, with his voice to confirm, and him signing Scooby331 on some juggalo chick's flag. There could be no more damning a confirmation. Especially when he has spent the last few years dodging accusations that he's a closet furry, and he's on video here with a fur tail jammed up his ass.
Do I sound to you like somebody who gives a fuck who you talk to? Huh?
That look like bugs to me.
I want to know something messed up. Aside from these beetles here, from here up, I've seen some of these beetles by my house. What the problem is, because people import all the different foliage from all over the planet. We got, in my yard, we got these, we got these. Everything up here, I find this shit constantly in my yard.
But I was led astray the day you walked away. You were the clock that was ticking in my home. Changed my state of mind.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love so hard to find.
we got him.
I feel like I was on the plane with you guys. Where are the fucking people were talking shit to the people on the plane? Yeah!
So Scooby isn't really mad about being doxxed or whatever. He's mad he couldn't lie his way out of it with these three.
Yeah, so this is you here, supposedly. And that's what our people have been trying to confirm.
I'll be honest, I can't tell. It's too grainy.
Right.
What do you mean? You know if you were there or not.
I can't remember what the hell I was wearing.
What? Is that you talking? Do you know about bugs? Like, what are you talking about?
Well, I don't know if that's me on camera.
Bro.
Are you not confirming? Are you not confirming or denying? Is that what this
I'm
is?
not confirming or denying because that's the whole thing. I'm not sure if that's me.
I know what I look like.
Alright, well...
Do you know those? Do you know the specific details about those bugs?
I'm on here. Sorry, my wife came up behind me and scared the shit out of me.
No, you're right. Okay, so you're not going to confirm...
Hey, Scooby's wife! Scooby's wife, is that him on screen?
Well, I chatted to Tara and Burnside behind the scenes so they wouldn't confirm or deny, but...
He's mad that his claims that he is so ridiculously good looking that the whole internet just wants to fuck him and that's why he's roundly mocked are in the shitter. In fact, Scooby is one of the ugliest people I have ever set eyes on. But at least hanging around Tara's Sin, he doesn't look that overweight. So let's get to it. From Scoobie331 to Ear Juice on February 22nd, 2020. What I don't get is you want to show your face on stream though.
I didn't. It's why I asked you both if we were off air, and why I asked if you was recording it. Were it not for where I lived, I wouldn't be as concerned or worried.
This neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please?
And then Scooby sends, well, every news article he can find about people being murdered in Long Island by gangs. With no real consistency. MS-13, BLM, New York City Antifa, skinhead violence. Look at this shit. On and on with it. Because Scooby's not embarrassed that his ugly mug was revealed to the world, via his own dumbass allowing himself to be recorded and photographed. It's because he's a journalist. He's of such importance. He's a man that is bringing down these gangsters and terrorists every day. And if his identity is revealed, he'll be murdered by gangsters. MS-13, in conjunction with Antifa and the skinheads, and a number of other groups that would never work with one another. Our Scooby is just that important. I don't know if it's comedy that he thinks anyone would buy this shit, or tragedy. Why not both? Let's go with both.
That's why I hide my face and identity. It has nothing to do with the septic community. I don't want a bunch of tatted up gangbangers working my 80-year-old mother over with an axe.
And here, Earjuice provides a screenshot of Scooby absolutely stating that he wanted to be on cam. He says it's because I'm obsessed with his stature to the point of anger. Funny, I thought it was him and Burnside running around saying I was 4'8", despite me being on a number of streams, camera on, meeting up with Cog and Toon, IRL, all that. Yeah, Scooby, sure, we believe you, bud. More likely it was all a stupid bluff. Scooby saying he wanted to be on cam to make EJ think he wasn't afraid of his own ugly mug, which he is. Then he'll find a reason to back out later. So Scooby replies,
when we were doing the stream specifically, you said we were gonna be talking off air before the stream. That's why I said when all three of us were together. Meaning when Tara Sin and Burnside were here.
Well, I'm not sure how that involves proving me wrong about your stature. I mean, I've got the video of you, Scooby. I know exactly how large and in charge you are with your butt plug fur tail and your cane. Well, EJ, you might not have been threatened, but you certainly were lied about. And you will be threatened later. Don't worry, keep watching. You doxed Scooby, as he told Ferret days before he came up with this little story to confront you with. And as we will hear from Burnside later, you better watch out, because the Australian government is onto you for creating all those illegal beats. Scoobert's gay ass can never come up with something that doesn't sound like one of his schemes. Everything he makes up, either about himself or about others, always sounds like it's coming from some Long Island douchebag. He's not just ugly or wants privacy. He's being stalked by a bunch of gangsters who are typically rivals to one another, but are more than willing to put it all aside if they can only hunt down Scooby. A guy who is so easy to find, we were able to hunt him down. It's always gangland bullshit. Always people saying they're gonna do things in front of him. Not like I have 10 examples of that being his MO, but we'll get to that later. For now, just know that Scoobert did not turn over new leaves in 2020. He's still LARPing with his gangster bullshit, The only difference is, this time, instead of being related to the mafia bigwigs and Hollywood executives, he's a journalist on the run from literally every gang operating in the tri-state area. Yeah, we totally believe you, Scoob. Keep it up.
I condone pedoism. They're people too. Oh! I don't really have friends. It's kind of weird. I defended pedophiles. Oh! I condone animal abuse. Oh! 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 Kind of weird doing 14-year-old boys in real life. Oh!
I don't even have the time or energy to explain all the Dark Ninja lore that is out there. This guy could warrant his own movie. So if you're familiar with his exploits and feel like I'm leaving something out, that's because I only have a few minutes with you to bring him in and go over the highlights. Dark Ninja appeared in our section of the galaxy in late 2019, and I honestly did think this guy was just comedy for the longest time. Nobody could be this stupid. Apparently, he comes from the Halo Wars community and stumbled into the wrong neighborhood after getting blown out and becoming too cringy for 12-year-olds to play Xbox with. My first encounter with this weirdo is when he showed up in my DMs claiming to be here to defeat me and my clan. I didn't even know I had a clan, but if I did, I certainly wouldn't call it that. Nonetheless, Dark Ninja was seemingly going around from Discord to Discord into the YouTube chats on this side of the internet, making as many enemies as he could. Calling himself the Alpha Troll, and in every single instance, getting new dents kicked into his helmet. Dark Ninja fancied himself some kind of pedophile hunter, going on Grindr and posting as a 14-year-old boy, and all sorts of weird shit like that. But the problem is, he is ridiculously bad at it. Dark Ninja has since deleted most of his old videos, but luckily, a montage of his cringy friendship with pedophile Jared Genesis was created by a YouTube user by the name of 2Liter J, the 20-year-old douchebag. I like him already. And it does a pretty good job of packing it all into one neat palette of vomit-inducing jabbering from Dark Ninja. Now, I'm gonna warn you, the music is a little loud, but there is absolutely nothing I can do about that at this point. If I take down the volume of the video, you can't hear Dark Ninja talk. And it's also worth mentioning that Ninja almost did help put a pedophile away, but to my understanding, before that could happen, he fucked it up by warning the goddamn pedophile. Now, keep in mind, what you're about to watch is only 3 minutes long, but it's gonna seem so much longer.
I just wanted to give an announcement that everybody in the Jared community is over! You know, I told Alex I was interested in doing 14-year-old boys at where I live, okay? I just say Jared makes good points. Because Jared does make good points.
I don't care about age. I date anybody. It doesn't matter. Sure, 12 is cool with me. Hell yes, I would, dude. I would date an 11-year-old, 9-year-old, doesn't matter.
Like what, 4 pedos in the act? Even when you say that you're 13? It's kind of weird. what happened was Alex gave me some pictures. He gave me some pictures of 14-year-old boys. Okay? So I tried it out for a while. He told me to go on Grindr. Tried out the whole thing. See who I can catch or whatever. I tried it. It actually worked. Believe it or not, I couldn't believe it. Like the first time I tried that, I probably caught like what, 4 14-year-old boys. But yeah, that's what happened. I told Alex about it. I did the Grindr thing maybe about a week. I was successful. Bro, it's a fucking name. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god. So you're saying I'm defending an animal abuser now, huh, Gage? That's pretty messed up, bro. Why you gotta say that, bro? What are you doing?
Eating my lollipop right here, right now.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your furriness. What type of furry are you?
I'm actually a furry rar anime. I animate, but I kind of suck at it.
My spirit animal is a wolf because like wolves, they're alpha dog, and I am an alpha.
Like I am the alpha troll.
And I also like to howl, and it's pretty cool being a wolf, But I'm not a furry. But maybe in another dimension, if I was a furry, I would probably be a wolf. I've been dealing with these people, and I've defeated like 8 clans already, including the Cavs Warfox clan.
Okay, when I was saying, they make fake accusations towards me, so they blame victims in this situation. And I'm being harassed by the because technically I upload a video of my animal, then they accuse me of animal abusing.
Well, why did they accuse you of animal abusing? Because you upload. So what did you do to your animal?
I technically just like pet him, and then like they immediately came after me after that, and like hit the whole crew came after me and blackmailed me for doing that.
So aside from Jared Genesis, he was buddy-buddy with a little immigrant kid named Andrew, who boasted about fucking his own dog, complete with video admissions and pictures of this guy's cock rubbing on the dog. Dark Ninja's name is at least half accurate. This shit gets really dark. But to his credit, it really wasn't out of malice or a real sympathy he had for the LGBTQP community. He's just an idiot. A genuine moron, barely capable of tying his own shoes. Dark Ninja was not only booted immediately from my server, multiple times, but he would also go around trolling other servers, including a server that belonged to a nomadic tribe referred to as the Mustard People. Now, I don't know anything about these Mustard People, but if I did, I would say they're probably like the Mandalorians of this universe. They're not the people to go picking fights with if you don't have to. Which is, of course, what Dark Ninja immediately did, declaring that they would all be defeated, and he was bent over and stretched out in the process. He quickly became a known lolcow, and a target for any bored person on the internet looking to have a laugh at the expense of an idiot. In retaliation for this, Dark Ninja created a server where he gathered the information of many of these people, myself and others. Anyone who wouldn't respect his alpha trolliness, a doc server more or less. Not a good one, but it was a doc server. And in response to that, the people of the Mustard fucked his shit up. Where he failed to dox most of the people he was attempting to expose, they succeeded with his ass. Dark Ninja's whole family was brought into it. His wife started monitoring his internet usage, his mom got Facebook messages in the night calling her a beaner, and in the end, Dark Ninja claimed he had achieved victory by deleting his server and blocking everyone he had instigated trouble with. I know, this is a very abridged version of those events, but remember, this is the Scooby Saga, not the Dark Ninja Saga. I would never put this much effort into Dark Ninja. So upon coming to my server and threatening people, he was warned to not act like Scooby, to which he queried, what was a Scooby? And he was promptly told the tales of Scoobie331. Upon hearing this, he vowed to, in his words, form an alliance with Scoobert, Burnside, and Terra to take me down and defeat my clan. To which we immediately pointed out where Scooby's server was and how to contact him. Which Dark Ninja did, because the House of Mouse is that desperate for friends right now, and he was seemingly accepted by Scoob and Burnside, becoming Scooby's new apprentice, so to speak. And he ended up getting kinda tight with Burnside. They started doing game streams together, talking in Scooby's server, you know, gay internet shit. And as such, he entered himself into this saga. We'll get back into some of Dark Ninja's exploits later, but for now, just understand that he is a weird, cringy, complete idiot of a man. One who was busted meeting other men in dating discords by his wife and promptly served papers for divorce.
Oh, I am completely single. That's why I'm on a dating Discord where you met me at.
Sorry. Wait. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go now. See you guys later.
On March 16th, I got a message from our old friend Tom Penoid that this eccentric individual who was bragging about being Scoobikin's new apprentice was in his server, and he was going to have a little talk with the kid on Tom P's Jungle Planet. He wanted to try to set Dark Ninja straight. I, on the other hand, rushed to the Jungle Planet as fast as I could once again to kick Dark Ninja in the dick, as at this point it had become kind of a hobby. The following is that conversation.
Dark Ninja.
But he's not joking. He got
He absolutely is joking.
I ain't joking.
Like,
Don't listen to Tom P. He's lying.
Look. There's a bum ass dude. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking. Do you know who the fuck the dude named Burnside is?
Yes, I talked to Burnside, Scooby, and fucking Tara. I'm in a three-way fucking chat with them.
Okay, I got you. All right, now listen. Well, that's a four-way chat with you there, but it's all right. Now look, I'm just trying to help you with your math. I'm trying to help you with your math right quick. All right.
Let Tom be the dad that left you, man. Let him help you.
Here's the situation. Yo, look. All right. Burnside says he's the fucking crown prince of the Hells Angels. This nigga doesn't even own a bike, and he walks around in a Burger King hat, like just like Scooby. Like Scooby's a bum ass dude up in New York who lives off of fucking Social Security money and disability because this nigga got hit in a motherfucking toll booth accident. Yo, how do you know? Yo, because we used to fucking hang around with these dudes.
I don't know if you've ever seen the 5-part documentary.
5 of these motherfuckers, all right? And we've all been dealing with this motherfucker for like 3 years now, calling the... Yo,
3 fucking years you've been harassing him?
No, 3 years. 3 years. Yo, look, I had to burn down my Facebook because this nigga started calling my ex-girlfriends and family members. Legit. Yo, look, and this is why we make fun of this dude, and we're comparing you to these people who are so like, yo, we're like, I was like, yo, just leave them alone. Everything will be cool. These niggas are garbage trolls. They're just fucking trash people. We'll leave them alone. They'll leave us alone. And this nigga keeps threatening to call the FBI and sending us fucking FBI links and phone numbers.
I barely came into the fucking community like in December.
Nigga, shut up.
You shut up.
I feel you. Look, I feel you. I understand. Like, yo, you don't know what the deal is. We're trying to explain it to you. We're explaining the whole situation to you, so you fucking know what the deal is. This dude has been legitimately harassing us and fucking with our family members. Yo, we threatened AP's kids. He sent me pictures of my kids. Told me that he said my kids is fucking old enough for him to kill now, right? Because like he thinks that they're over 18.
I think you should get thrown into a wood chipper. Yeah,
I swear to God, yo, I had the messages. I'll show you. I swear to Christ, I'll send them to you. Yeah, this nigga legitimately threatened my kids and family.
No, he did not.
I swear to God.
I
swear to Christ.
It wasn't Giga?
No, this is AP.
But dude, when I talked to Scooby, I mean, he seemed like a cool guy.
He's been trying to call the FBI on us. Yo, he threatened to send the Hells Angels after us. He threatened to send the mob. He said his uncle was the motherfucking mayor of fucking New York and the fucking
bullshit
the governor.
Thing I've threatened you with for the last month.
Yeah, legit. Yo, this is just an inside joke you're not privy to. He's not actually threatening you. This is a fucking inside joke that you don't know.
Wait. So you're telling me the only cool people, the only cool 3 people in this whole fucking shit cesspool community that I get along with are literally threatening kids.
They're the worst 3.
Yeah,
why do you think this community treats you like shit?
Yo, look, legitimately, like, yo, fucking Terrasins over here getting pounded out by black guys, and Burnside's cool with it.
Well, I mean, I heard about that, but I mean, sometimes, you know, I mean...
No, there's no sometimes, Dark Ninja. Let me help you, man. That's a never thing.
But I have coworkers that do that same thing.
Yo, they fucked up.
I feel you, but they're garbage human beings.
I used to have a boss who let people fuck his wife, but he was fucked up, man.
Yo, we used to have coworkers that did that shit at the mill, and we spit on them motherfuckers on the way out every day.
But Dark Ninja, you get our point. Pussy's out there, you're just not getting it.
Yo, look here. No. That's not even legitimately. You out here, motherfucking, like talking shit to everybody, like you're really trolling, and you're not, because it's only trolling if you're fucking funny, and it's not funny to anybody but you and maybe.
I am funny. I think I'm funny.
Yo, man, Lily Singh thinks she's funny. It don't matter what you think. So what else you got?
What? I'm not even looking. No, I'm trolling the fuck.
You are you are not trolling
We're
the
trying
fuck
to
out
help
of
you, man.
anybody, dude. Legit.
Even Giga came in here to feel sorry for you, dude. Like we try to
like,
help
yo,
you.
look, I don't want to have to throw a retard out on my fucking Discord server because I feel bad taking advantage of the handicap.
So you're pretty much saying that I'm gonna defeat you.
No, I'm saying you're retarded, and I don't want to throw you out.
Why would you want to throw me? Are you hug boxing? You're admitted to hug boxing.
Shut up, nigga!
But the reality is you've been in here fucking spurging my shit for about a fucking, 3-4 days now, some nonsense. Like, just going at everybody who, is really cool in my fucking server. And I'd hate to have motherfuckers leave my shit because of you.
Not me,
right?
man.
But
I
on the
hope he
same
kicks
point,
you out. I'm here for the fucking. I'm here for the fucking prosecution. I say you kick this little nigga out, and then you send him over to my server. We'll kick him out of there too.
what I'm gonna do is here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna chill the fuck out and relax and stop spurging and being all retarded in my server because it's unnecessary. Because you're a garbage troll.
You're saying that because you're biased and you're fucking jumping the bandwagon.
So, Dark Ninja, why are you calling Scooby's mother, dude? That's what started all this.
Yo, why you phone sexing his mom?
Yeah, why did you call Scooby's mother?
Just so you know, Tom Humanoid, all the fucking rumors you hear about me, it's not true. I don't fuck dogs, okay?
Yo, look, now I heard he actually fucked dogs. That was what the fuck I heard.
Nigga fucks
right?
dogs. You can listen to his voice. I hear it in his voice. I hear it in your voice, Dark Ninja. Dogs fucking
yo, do you stare at dogs in the eyes when they urinate?
No, dude, I don't even look at dogs when they poop.
Yeah, I bet you be staring them right in the eye, don't you? You be looking at them all tough and shit when they urinate.
Wow, dude. No, dude, come on, dude. Fucking why you
No, but Dark Ninja, I got it for real shit. Why are you out here calling Scooby's mother, dude? Dark Ninja, why you call Scooby's mom? No, this is real shit, dude. Like, why are you out here calling Scooby's mom, man? Starting all this shit and then trying to blame it on Tom P and myself.
So you're just saying that just to fuck with me, right? But I don't need other people on my side. I came in this community alone. Wait, Tom Pino, why do you sound like Scooby?
Nah, we're from the same part of the world.
Africa.
I invented the hashtag.
You little beaner. Does it bother you when I call you a fucking beaner? Does it bother you? You're from Texas, aren't you? Where you want to meet and fight, Dark Ninja? I can be anywhere in Texas in 5 hours. Anywhere in the state in 5 hours. Where you want to go?
I'm in California. I'm in LA, actually.
Shut the fuck up. You're not in LA, or you live in the goddamn panhandle. Shut up. Where you want to meet and fight? Where you want to meet and fight, Dark Ninja? You want to fuck me up? Is that what you want to do? Or you want to kiss me?
Yeah, maybe in the Houston area.
You want to kiss? You want to touch my balls? You want to touch my balls?
You do realize I know fucking
Come on, let's fight.
right?
Meet me in San Antonio. Let's fight.
Yo, see that's
man.
not. See, look, that's not how you respond to somebody like this. Did you ever pops, man?
Well, I didn't meet my dad till I was 16.
Yeah, there we go. Makes sense. Now it makes sense. I got you.
The thing is, I came in this community like Scooby and them.
Don't let Scooby be your dad, for the love of God.
Yo, please, don't stick with them. They're terrible human beings, and I got you. They're very accepting. I feel you. I feel where you are, right? But you'll understand. They'll throw you over the motherfucking bridge the moment they get the chance.
Yeah, if you just stop being a faggot, people will stop fucking with you. You know that, right? You just can't talk sense into some people. And in the end, Tom Pinoy booted him from the jungle planet like his master Scooby before him. From here, our secondary anti-hero, Dark Ninja, apparently departed for more dangerous places and found them. We'll rejoin his adventures later. Our little Kylo is going to attempt to finish what Scooby started. But now that you're familiar with all the heroes and the villains, let's get into some good old-fashioned Scooby threats.
I didn't forget about you, motherfucker. I didn't forget about you at all.
What you just heard is a voicemail left by Scoobie331 on Inquisitor's cell phone on March 28th, 2020. Imagine waking up, getting a cup of coffee, checking your phone, and seeing that you have a new voicemail. Reasonable day so far. Then you hit play and hear that. This is one of Scooby's new moves he will use repeatedly in this film. He'll get your number through one means or another, and use that to hit you up and tell you to call him back on Discord. It's his little way of telling you he knows who you are. But why is Scooby after Inquisitor now, and leaving him cryptic, threatening voicemails? Well, it goes back a while. Inquisitor was a member of a stream called Minions of the Zoo, which would be on at the same time as Chaos 120, and they would end up on each other's live streams and talking afterward. After learning that both himself and Burnside live in the Chicago area, they met up and hung out a few times. In May 2019, Scooby and Burnside had a group DM on Discord where they posted all the evidence of their innocence. And they would invite people to come look at the proof they had done nothing wrong. None of which could make heads or tails out of any of their receipts, because they really had none. They invited Inquisitor on, and this exchange took place.
Inquisitor, I take it you read the shit that's posted in here, right? The shit your friends did to me? You read it all, right? I only asked since you left mine in Terra's server.
Scooby, these aren't my friends. These were your friends and Chaos 120. Make no mistake that I was on you guys' stream as a guest. This meltdown right here, that has nothing to do with me, and nothing to do with the minions at all. Keep it that way. Monkey deleted his server because of you. You know that, right? Now, after reading this, I made contact with Ranting Monkey. That is not why he deleted his server. It was just consequently about the same time. So, it's reasonable he would have thought that, but Scooby didn't make Ranting Monkey delete shit. The place I met the great people I hang out with that do not cultivate drama like you seem to, and is now gone because of you. You pull me in here thinking that involving me will exonerate you. I don't know what you've done and reserve the right not to get involved in spite of your efforts. Lose my name and don't contact me again with this shit, man. You want to stream? Stream. But if you think that I or any of the minions did anything to you about any of this, you're retarded. I left yours and Terra's server because I'm consolidating the servers I'm in. I so rarely look through all of Discord that it's constantly awash with shit that I don't pay attention to. This needed to be said because of the steps Monkey had to take because of you. Seriously, man. You think you can come at me because of the actions of yourself and other people? Go fuck yourself. I will not hear any more about this. Fucking done. Well, that all sounds pretty reasonable to me. He wasn't a part of anything. He doesn't know about anything. He thinks that Scooby wrecked the only server that he liked. He doesn't want to be a part of Scooby's life or have nothing to do with it. Okay, cool. And this should have been it. But of course, this is Scoobie331 we're talking about. And since you gave your phone number to Burnside, you bet your ass now Scooby has it. And he's gonna let you know that he has it. And he did, in September 2019.
Hey, good morning. What up, Quiz? Scooby. Been waiting for a minute to hit you up. You should check your Discord and then hit me up, alright, man? I want to have a talk with you. Concerns you and all the minions and everyone else. So, suggest you hit me up when you get this. Alright? If I don't hit you back, it's because I'm busy, but I'll be there, so don't panic. And I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Peace.
Scooby then followed up by sending Inquisitor his address when he ignored this call. He didn't want to send me the screenshot of his address, which is fine. At this point, I've seen the same story play out with too many others, even in this chapter of the Scooby Saga, to even question that he didn't do it. And once again, as we've seen before, on March 28, 2020, 6 months later, we get the call that we opened up with.
I didn't forget about you, motherfucker. I didn't forget about you at all.
The mask slips. And after having his voicemails and doxed threats ignored, he's graduated into movie killer level creeper that usually doesn't take place between two grown men. Typically when I hear messages like that, it's some psycho stalking his ex. But to Scooby, everyone is his ex-girlfriend. And this is not the last voicemail Inquisitor will receive. 2 months after this, in May, he gets yet another threatening voicemail. But we're going to save that one for now. Because the same day, Scooby decided the time was right to also go after his old comrade, a man he described affectionately, to say the least.
The next 6 minutes. You know, I talk to a lot of people on here, and there are people I stream with on here. I consider them like a brother. I consider them like a friend. I consider them like a family member, cousin, whatever you want to put it. Six is the first person I could say I consider my partner. And what I mean by that is, when you do news as an anchor, you know, there's usually, you have a co-anchor. It's you and your co-anchor. And Six and I just mesh when we're on the air together. We have that je ne sais quoi, you know, that's the fluidity to our rapport. And Six did not deserve to be punished with getting saddled with somebody like me, and I haven't done anything in my life good enough to deserve somebody like Six. So that's part of why I think that our chemistry worked as well as it did. And the fact that all you guys went after Six the way that you did, knowing that Six is a peaceful human being, and knowing that all he wants to do is have everybody, you know, get along, and wants no static, no friction, nothing of that nature, and you just went after Six. I ain't gonna turn this into a video about you guys. That's not what's gonna happen here. This is about Six right now. You know what? None of you are worthy to carry this man's water. Seriously, none of you. Six is a gentleman of the first fucking caliber. And you people went after Six knowing that he was a gentleman and he was going to show you nothing but courtesy. Me, personally, oof, I swear, if I was standing there when you were trying to talk to Six this way, if this had happened in real life, IRL as they say, I'd probably catch a charge that you're gonna talk that way to a man like that. Come on, what the fuck's the matter with you? This, you don't, if you're lucky in life, you get to meet somebody like the next 6 minutes. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. You guys are gonna sit there and do that. You're the same sort of punks that crucified Christ. I'm so sorry, not just for what everyone else put you through, but what I put you through. I love you, man, seriously. You have no idea how much you mean to me. I'm fortunate beyond words to have met you and to have made your acquaintance, sir. And the fact that I was the one that nearly destroyed that, you have no idea how much that haunts me. Got no idea. Like I said, man, you're my partner. You know? They're cowboys. You're a cowboy. Seriously, there's always like 2 or 3 of these guys. Usually 2. I don't give a shit if you only come, there's 365 days in a year. If you only come for 1 out of them 365, you're still the co-host.
The next 6 minutes. Eventually, they come for you, eh, Six? Also from March 28th, 2020.
I'm gonna be taking a bus down to Texas. He's gonna do exactly what the fuck I want, or I'm gonna roll up on him and it's gonna be deep. He's not talking his way out of this. He's gonna do this.
I gave you both the best advice I can give, not what you want to hear. Nothing I can do about that. Threats clearly aren't getting him the results he wants. Mystery to me why he keeps issuing them. Maybe it makes him feel better. I can't see how. I'm not him. I don't want to discuss his follow-through, but anyone in the loop would be responsible for alerting law enforcement. Scooby's threat to come to Texas in the screenshot we just saw had to be delivered via human petri dish Terra Sin, because Six blocked Scooby long ago. If you recall, one of the people to hang in there with Scooby the longest was the next 6 minutes. A bit long-winded at times, but a loyal friend to Scoob. If he's guilty of anything here, it's being naive and trying to see the best in people. He's not really a bad guy. I dare say Six went to bat for Scoob more than anyone else outside of Burnside. And he certainly has clocked more hours verbally trying to explain Scoob's behavior in episodes 2 and 3 than anyone else. Eventually, though, he could not stand idly by and support the embarrassing and child behavior from Scoobie331. If you've been paying attention, Scooby doesn't just make his own problems. He makes his own problems and then tries to make them your problem. And just like everyone else, Six finally, eventually, had enough. The actual breakup happened back in 2019, when Scooby was still stalking and attempting to terrorize YouTuber Weibo Jones for the crime of not accepting his creepy Uncle Tickle friendship. March 14th, 2019.
The next 6 minutes. If you look, she has shill for Gulf City in her description.
Then he sends a link to one of Weibo's videos.
It takes you straight there.
Yeah, Scooby, that's what links do. That's called promoting your friends.
Well, your girl fucked me over, Six. She ruined my career. You could have prevented all of this. This is your fault. You did this. You're not going to get into heaven for doing this. You're going to go to hell for this. Helping her to do this to me. You reduced a great-grandmother to tears. And then you have the balls to tell me you can't be bothered because a bunch of filthy illegals keep shitting in your store? And you call yourself a Christian. I didn't set this room up to attack you, either of you. I care very deeply about both of you. And it's breaking my heart that you're both avoiding me and won't talk to me anymore or stream with us anymore. And also that I know what's going on. I don't like how you both been changing lately. Why did you turn on me? I've never shown either of you any cause. Why? What did I do? What did I do? Just tell me. Between the two of you, you've completely dashed all sense of hope and trust that I had. It's gone, and it's not coming back. I now have to force myself to stream every fucking time out of love for Tara and Burnside, because you two abandoned us. You, Irving Twin, you brought Pox back around and then told Tara and Burnside you were gonna back off and let me do my thing and handle these fools. Right when you started dating Tina, then Pox made his move, and I hit you up. And the very same night I hit you up, you stream with that disgusting hillbilly piece of shit and leave my group in the chat. Brownie, I don't even know where to begin on the disrespect. Why, Irving Twin? What did I do to you? A month before that, you got yourself all good and sauced up and invited me to a hangout. Then you tore into me tooth and fucking nail about Weibo. You two asshats knew about this, didn't you? You've been leading me, us, all of us, by the nose for Weibo's sake, am I right? The next 6 minutes, Irving Twin, am I right? Were you two aware she was going to join Gulf City, so you helped her to torpedo my career?
Funny, Scooby, I thought your career was being a journalist.
I think after everything I've been through, if you two are at all any kind of decent and not complete, total, and utter slime, you'll tell me the truth.
Scooby is wondering why people would turn on him. Just because he lies to everyone he meets, tries to get them involved in silly revenge plots involving federal authorities, and then turns on them and threatens them with their docs the moment they don't go along. Well, Scooby, let me explain it to you like this. If you ever meet a woman who talks nonstop about her ex, chances are she's gonna be doing that to you one day. That's a red flag, Scoobert. Apparently, Six not wanting to choose him over Weibo caused Scooby's career as a journalist to be ruined, or something. And it was enough to make Scooby's mom cry. Because what mother wouldn't cry if their crippled son's only friend walked away from him and made him spend more time interacting with the family? In true Scoobert fashion, he has no idea why any of this is happening to him. Oh, and somehow it's killing his mom. It's not that Scooby is continually slipping further into insanity, no. It's that Six and Irving Twin are changing. Let's continue.
Everyone. I've been getting threatening phone calls for months now. It's been aggravating my poor old elderly mother. Last month I was on the air and I was unable to talk, as I was upset due to her vomiting up blood. I have been asking you all, repeatedly, to please put me back in touch with Weibo so as to do an evidence stream, like she promised me she would. She gave me her word. A lot of you were witnesses to it too. I don't care whether or not you want to get involved or not. I have been asking for months now for help. I guess Weibo shilling for Gulf City is more important. And that my mother should just die for Weibo's career then. The fact that Irate Prostate admittedly ran an operation to smear me is just fine. He's good people. And the fact that Pox doxed my name publicly? Nah, it's all good. And Sylvanas Dark Angel? The one who's been giving my information out to everyone for no other reason than she's obsessed with me? Fuck it. Let's invite her back on to run the stream. My mother's most likely gonna die from all this bullshit. That could have been deaded months ago. We just need to do Weibo's stream. Now, a few of you are friends with her. I'd like to see you relay this to her. That it's not her fault as much as theirs, seeing as she's openly denounced me, drove the bartender off YouTube and started shilling for Gulf City. That's a low-life scumbag piece of shit move perpetrated by a four-flush and two-faced sidewinder in most polite conversation. And I shouldn't have to point that out. The girl knows they're doing this to my mother, and she's knowingly letting it happen.
I love Scooby's need to threaten you with something.
Do this or else you complete another slime.
Yeah, okay, Scoob. Calm your silly ass. This is back when he was way into his Gulf City Mafia theory, if you recall. For more information on why Scooby has a creepy Chester the Molester level obsession with Weibo Jones, please see episodes 3 and 4. To summarize, she's not interested in creepy men in their 40s. And this is also somehow a torpedo to Scooby's career of streaming to 3 people and being a DJ journalist. And apparently, if Weibo doesn't stop ignoring Scooby and do a stream with him where he can present the evidence of his innocence, his mother is going to die. I'm not sure how that works, but this is a man who is doxxed somewhere around the population of a small town, complaining about his name getting out. So it's gonna be one of those days where we look past a sense of irony. Weibo, stop killing Scooby's mother by not streaming with him. Let's play a game for a second. Do a mental exercise, if you will. Let's pretend this is true, and Scooby's mom is so upset about Weibo Jones not playing on YouTube with him that she up and fucking dies. Let's pretend that's a thing. What kind of fucking tantrums is Scooby throwing in his own home to stress an old lady out that much? Because that's not all. It's time to take a hard left turn into the fucking darkness. April 4th. From Scoobie331 to the next 6 minutes.
I'm coming for you now. You do know that, right? There's nothing you can do. There's nowhere you can run. I'm gonna make you watch while I torture your cats. And then I'm gonna feed them to you. Alive. Everything that happens now is your fault.
I'm going to make you watch while I torture your cats to death and then feed them to you. This is like striking gold for me when you get a nugget like this out of Scoop. And remember, this is one more example of Scooby saying he's going to do something in front of you. Pay attention, it will become relevant later, I promise. Once again, just like with Inquisitor, if you ignore Scooby long enough, the mask will slip and he will try to show you how crazy he really is. And that's why you should do whatever he says. Or in this case, he'll feed you your cats. This might be the most condensed amount of Scooberisms in a message I've ever seen. It's got it all. A threat of violence, not only to Six, but to his cat. And also the critical Scooberism of doing something in front of you. He loves that one. To hurt people you love in front of you. Again, it's going to come up later. That's why I'm emphasizing it. And also, something bad is going to happen now. But it's your fault because you're not doing what I say. Scooby puts this kind of shit in writing all the time, and still has the nerve to say, I never threatened anyone. Also, extra points if you notice the feed something to someone by force Scooberism. From Scoobie331 on his review for a dog leash that he bought, entitled, I hope the guy who designed this likes the way it tastes, cause I'm gonna feed it to him.
If I could find the designer for this thing, I would hold him or her down on the ground and force feed this thing to him/her.
It's important to Scooby he not misgender.
First time I used it, the leash snapped. My dog is about the size of a Nerf football, so we know it wasn't due to his size. If my dog would have died, I would be in jail right now for burying this guy's kids alive. Incidentally, this is my wife's account.
Good call, Scooby. That'll make it legal.
Save your money and go buy the Animal Planet leash from Big Lots. You'll be better off. Trust me on this. I've been using this one since the red abortion broke with no complaints.
Holy shit! Watch out, Amazon sellers. If you provide a defective dog leash and little Foo-Foo gets hurt, Scooby will not only choke you to death with that leash, he'll bury your fucking kids alive. But of course, there's more.
You're making this extremely hard on yourself, Six. Harder than it needs to be. You knowingly put my mother's in harm's way! And you're comfortable with that? You're disgusting. You're not a real man. That's the reason that your girl left you all those years ago. Because you're a coward and a pussy.
Yeah, Six, why are you making this so hard on yourself? Just do the crazy things this insane man on the internet wants and stop ignoring him. Go ahead and eat your cat too. Just make it easy on yourself. Make some Chinese food. This is Scoobert DEFCON 2 we're witnessing here. A rare Scoobertism of epic proportions. He's saying anything terrible he can that he thinks will sink Six to his level to get him to talk to him, even in anger. And at this point, Six blocks Scoob, who then messages Tara Sin. I'm blocking Scooby until he can return to his senses.
Do what you have to do.
Do what you have to do. Not, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Scooby threatened to choke you with the carcass of your cat that he murdered in front of you. Not, wow, Scooby's kinda lost it, huh? Tara sidesteps with, do what you have to do. After all these years of being friends with Six, defending them, do what you have to do. But it doesn't end there, because almost a year later to the day, 2 days off from 1 year anniversary of this shit, Scooby remembers, mid-threat to Inquisitor, hey, that's right, Six is a thing. And he sends the message we saw before. But that wasn't all. That was just half the message I showed you at the beginning of this chapter. Not only is Scooby coming to roll deep on Six in a way that he can't talk his way out of, which kind of only leaves violence as his intent, he tells him when to expect him. Here, Scooby shows that he's going to get a bus to Austin to go confront Six.
I'll be leaving in the next 1 to 3 weeks.
Which of course was forwarded to him by Cholesterol Hut Tara Sin. To which Six replies, well, if this is to show me that Scooby is not in the right place and he's looking to interact with AP IRL, mission accomplished. If Scoob is serious, you need to let AP know. I'm not a go-between with him.
No, this wasn't about AP. He was talking about going to Texas to see you.
He's not invited. I'm not welcoming company. Scooby has revised his plan for 2020, and his thing now is to convince people that in a very Jay and Silent Bob movie kind of way, he's going to take a bus around the country and, quote, guerrilla interview everyone who has ever wronged him. He threatens to come stick a camera in your face on livestream to expose you, since he has everyone's docs. The problem is, frankly, I would love to see this show. Scooby, do this shit. Everyone would love to see an episode where you come knock on my door, because that will be the episode where you catch buckshot to the chest at close range. It'll be legendary. Do it. Scooby, you are not a journalist. And printing yourself out a press pass doesn't make it legal for you to come on someone's property after threatening to abduct them so they can be privy to you torturing their pets. Scooby, since you can't find a clue even if it dropped on your face and started wriggling, with all the amount of threats you've given people, it would be absolutely legal for anyone in Texas to shoot you on sight when you come on their property. I've made police reports about you, just because if you ever did try this shit, I want it to be nice and legal and documented when I put fucking bullets in your ass. I would get my gun confiscated for a day, I'd go before a grand jury, show them your very clear death threats over the course of the last 3 years, and then I would go home. Welcome to how it works in Texas, bitch. I mean, your little plan to be a guerrilla journalist and shit might work if you had not already premeditated assault on them and their families before you showed up at someone's door. At this point, the theory that Scooby throws epic tantrums in his home and that is what is upsetting his elderly mother is gaining some legitimacy. Because also that night, after Scooby called to threaten Inquisitor and then had Tara deliver some very specific information to the next 6 minutes, I got a message, but not from who you might think. It was about 3 a.m., and I was up working on the episode 5 video when I received a Facebook message from a user I was not friends with, Carmela Paisano. Scooby only waited 1 day after his warnings to the next 6 minutes via Terra Sin to start with me again. So apparently Scooby's quote, sister, contacted me on my personal Facebook at 3 a.m. Yes, Scooby sent his sister, for what I knew at the time, to tell me to leave their mother out of something. As we learned in episode 5, even Scooby admits he made up the whole call in my mother's house scheme. But apparently if anyone calls their phone and hangs up, wrong number, automated call, whatever, Scooby throws an absolute fit in their house, and his sister is now convinced that someone is harassing them from the internet. So after some fun banter, I throw a ton of her brother's internet antics at her, screenshot after screenshot. And she basically tells me to go fuck myself and blocks me. So I go to her profile to see exactly who I'm dealing with, and I find this.
No, 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 no.
So, you have a tranny sister. Your clout chasing has now betrayed her too. Now I don't know what you see there, but I clearly see a man. Now normally, I might have more discretion about people's names, but this trans brave individual contacted me at 3 a.m. on a weeknight on Facebook where there's just no other screen name to use. Carmela Paisano. Never a more drag queen appropriate name have I ever heard. Now, the arrogance of somebody who would send a request to the Spedi temple using their tranny brother as a messenger aside. Why would you even let me know that is a thing? Scooby has many times referenced his brother, who he claims is now dead. But, as a documentarian and somebody who has been fully doxxed by Scooby, it is my duty to pull things like background checks and verify things before making video about them. Especially about random people who contact me at 3 a.m. telling me to stop doing things I'm not doing in the first place. So of course, we first superimposed Scooby's face over Carmela's to ensure that it wasn't some cross-dressing alter ego this psycho uses to catfish now that Giuliani's cleaned up Times Square and he's relegated to his home. And the results came out negative. It's not Scooby. The next portion, for privacy and human decency purposes, I cannot show you the absolute proofs of. It really would be putting all this person's information out there, so you can either believe me or not. I know, Scooby would do it to us, but I try to stay a little morally superior to this asshole. So we run background checks on both Scooby and Carmela. And some weird things came to light. One, we did not find a dead crackhead brother. We found his older brother, but no second dead crackhead brother that was supposedly beaten to death by gangs. Now, Carmela Paisano, his, quote, sister, is a legal, registered name, so that's legitimate. But when we looked up Scoob's mom, there is no record of a daughter. Carmela has all of the same associates and family members as both Scooby and Scooby's mother. So it seems legitimate, but again, we only see a record of one son on the mother's side, and only a brother on Scoob's. Are you beginning to pick up what I'm putting down here? One other person is privy to this information. The person I sent it to verify this was a legit finding. That's it. Every piece of evidence needs a second set of eyes. I'm not an investigative journalist like Scooby. I'm not an expert, so I needed a little help. And it came out positive. This is Scooby's transgender brother. And again, Carmela, if you don't want me knowing your real name and looking into your shit, don't contact me using an account with your real name on it on my personal Facebook with my real name on it at 3 a.m. referencing Scooby as your brother and being clearly a man in a wig. Can I absolutely, with all certainty, say that Scooby, in addition to everything else, lives with a drag queen brother? No, I can't. Not without going there and seeing it with my own eyes, or him admitting it. But I can honestly tell you, that's what I believe to be the case. It fills in a lot of holes, no pun intended. Scooby has always been very gentle with the LGBT community, if you recall. He even apologized to the furry community for them being involved in the Fur One incident. He always goes out of his way to say how he has no problems with the alphabet people, to the point where it's kind of weird. I'm not saying go bash gay people, but Scooby overcorrects when it comes to this topic. We always thought it was because he had some secrets, and the furry thing explained that. But now, if this is correct, and I believe it to be, we have the real answer. Scooby shares a house with his mother, his wife, and a drag queen named Carmela Paisano. That's where he streams from, and when surrounded by that much estrogen and estrogen supplements, you better be vocal about defending it. That being said, some of you might recall what I did with that information. Man, fuck you for not being in my lore movie, Unknown Archive. What? That's impossible. Scooby's brother is dead. Let's see what this is all about. Ma'am! Ah! But even before that, I couldn't keep that shit to myself. That night, I hosted a stream on YouTube where we watched Rock and Roll High School Forever to break the tension from me working on the episode 5 film, where I clearly threw down the information that I suspect a stunning and brave transgender in the House of Mouse. Again, why the fuck would the trans brother of some dude that's been threatening me for 3 years straight, who I earn income off of dunking on, be so bold? To troll me? Well, that's a hell of a long game, Scooby, because, spoilers, this never comes back to bite me in the ass. Now, I could just have some bad information on a background check, or perhaps she has paid a service monthly to scrub her identity from the internet. I am not a professional people hunter, but I cannot think of any other explanation for these findings. But that's not all Scooby did that night. Scooby was so mad that I showed his brother-sister's picture on a stream, something his brother-sister sent to me directly, that he had to go around making more threads. And now we go back to Ferret from the House of Mouse, who is immediately contacted as soon as Scoobykin gets word of his sister's identity getting floated around in a stream. Also, from March 29th, during Scooby's tard tantrum that now spans 3 full days, Ferret gets another message from Scooby.
It's more for you, actually.
Okay, what is it?
You're friends with Doc Griffin?
Yeah.
Good. Please let the scumbag know I did actually file a report about him last summer. Same as AP, Tonka Saw, and failure with the FBI about my Amazon wife's wish list.
Now, as we can see here, Scooby's wife is an Amazon, but I'm sure what he meant here is his wife's Amazon wish list, as that's his big cover. That wasn't all his weird dildos and lube and furry shit and fur costumes and gag ball masks and shit. That was all his wife's stuff.
Also, my boy just rotated back to the States. He can find these people. So Doc may wind up seeing me at his front door, same as the others. You might want to tell him to stop running his mouth since he's your friend and all. Thanks, Ferret. You're a real gem, kid.
I'll let the underhanded jab about who I fuck off with go. But you understand you're making threats. Doc Griffin, come on down! Welcome to Scooby's opt to come to everyone's front door. We will hear this a lot from Scooby from here on in.
I know who you are and where you live, and I'm gonna show the world.
So apparently Scooby still thinks he's fooling someone with his old FBI op from 2019, but it's dying off. After advising Ferret to carry a threat to Doc Griffin telling him to shut up or else, he continues.
No, I'm not. I'm a journalist. You people do know you can say no comment and shut the door, right?
No, you are insinuating you are going to trespass onto private property and confront someone.
It's not trespassing a private property unless it's officially declared and posted. And journalists confront people. It's what we do.
In his state, walking up to his private residence uninvited is in fact considered trespassing, and that is a punishable offense.
No, it isn't. There's no state in the Union with a law like that on the books. It's unconstitutional for starters. It violates my First Amendment right of freedom of the press.
And Scooby's half right here. That would be true, otherwise you could shoot your UPS guy. Unless you have premeditated, in writing threats to these people. That just makes it very easy for them to claim they are in fear for their life and shoot you in the fucking face, legally. Okay. If you want to test that theory, then go ahead.
I plan on it. My boy is currently working on finding everyone for me. I'll be making quite a few of these guerrilla interview videos. Everyone on that stream last night will be getting a visit.
Like I said, anyone would be well within their rights to self-defense upon you entering their property. Period. End of story. It's a stupid argument, but one he needs to hear before getting himself blasted. And it takes Scooby a few hours to come up with something else, but he does. Now on the 30th. Now this is 4 days of him spurging out.
Yo!
And then he sends the link to the Rock and Roll High School stream.
There's nothing I can do now.
What is it?
What happens next ain't on me. He doxed my sister.
Now, if I doxed your sister, Scooby, that means your sister is actually a tranny.
Her son is a gangster. AP just fucked himself. The kid is the head dealer at an underground gambling house over in Brooklyn. Every gangster in the tri-state area goes there. The buy-in is $5K. They're probably gonna kill him. Again, you're my witness. I have nothing to do with this. This one's not on me.
To which Ferret says, that's fair, you want me to pass it on? First, Scooby, no, I did not dox your sister. I showed the profile picture of some crazy tranny that hit me up at 3 a.m. asking me to leave your mother out of my Scooby episode 5 video. The fact that she's your sister is kind of inconsequential to that. More interestingly, though, is that Scooby doubles down on this being a woman. Which, I guess it's possible that she is. I personally don't buy it, but I guess it's possible. And not only that, but Scooby's nephew is yet another one of his well-connected Goomba family members, who I'm sure totally appreciates Scooby just spilling the beans on his illegal underground gambling house with all these details on the location and buy-in amount. Which is a strange thing for a guy who claims to be constantly working with the FBI to say. But anyway, they're probably gonna kill me, and we get another Scoobertism.
It's not on him!
No,
not at all. Keep it under your hat, and just pray I'm wrong. I think AP needs professional help, not a bullet.
This is pushing what I'm okay with, Joe.
I may be overreacting, Ferret, and call me Scoob!
This is some serious shit, Scooby.
I agree. But again, my sister didn't give a fuck. Her son might not either. I'm guessing worst case scenario. Odds are, he'll most likely let it go, but it's the kid's mother.
But I can't possibly know that another human being is possibly in danger and not warn them. So Ferret tells Scooby, using his Christian name, that this is more being an accomplice to murder than listening to a friend vent. And Scooby realizes his bullshit might have gone too far and reels it back a bit.
You can see my concern. You do know that he's going to torment and ridicule you, right? And he'll triple down. If nothing comes of this, he most likely will move on. He wants a reaction. I really do have to go get her, though. I'll be back later on.
Probably, but I'll take that chance of getting shit on if it possibly means saving a life.
Try to reach out to Ghastly instead. Get him to try to reason with him.
He believes that contacting Ghastly will get Ghastly to call me and reason with me. A guy I haven't even talked to in like 2.5 years or so.
He might listen. I'll be back in a few.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't tell AP that you have once again threatened his life. Tell other people instead. That way it puts more people between Scooby and the lie. So on April 1st, in their super secret gay ops Discord, Scooby and our friend Dark Ninja were taking part in some intense training.
Lappy face.
And then he sends a picture of me at a company opening. A picture I'm gonna black out, not because I'm worried about what I look like, I'm 10 times better looking than Scooby, but because the company probably wouldn't appreciate being put in this video.
The ugly little freak is actually standing on a box in this picture.
Despite being able to see me clearly standing on the ground.
That's fucking great.
Holy shit, is that AP?
Yeah, here's the charity that's linked to them. I'm contacting them later on in order to get them to publicly disavow Ghastly and AP. That's how you crush somebody, son.
Oh shit, you're getting the Foundation to denounce them?
You bet your shinobi ass. It's not illegal for me to record them once I let them know I'm a journalist. You really have to love New York's laws. Dark Ninja, Ferret, I'll be coming down there in May to finish this. I'd like to meet up with both of you.
I don't meet up with internet people. Only person I'll ever break that for is Suit. Damn! Can I make a video on it when you accomplish your mission, Scoop? And sure.
Of course, Dark Ninja. I wanted you both to come with, actually.
Now that photo and that business that I was associated with at the time, among many other things, did some production and camera work for television. Some of it for Booker T's ROW, which probably isn't even on the air anymore for all I know. It's been like half a decade since I've worked with them now. So via their super sleuth skills, they're going to take down a children's charity run by a guy who can stomp their asses, using a company that I did nothing but over-the-table, legitimate, taxed contract work years ago. I'm not sure how Scooby plans to accomplish this, but Dark Ninja knows a good disciple never asks questions. The reason I include this is not only to highlight how stupid these people are, but also to highlight what a piece of human garbage Dark Ninja is. He claims to be all about protecting the kids and whatnot, but would be fine with somebody starting shit with a children's charity over some 4-year-old internet beef with some cameraman nobody would even fucking remember. I mean that. Nobody at that organization would even remember who the fuck I am. At this point, Scooby finally takes a rest from his week-long stint of being a psycho, and episode 5 is released on April the 10th, detailing all of his nonsense leading up to the EJAS stream. We won't hear from Scooby again for a while, but I would catch up to Burnside a couple weeks later. On the 19th of April 2020, I received word via none other than the Dark Ninja himself that Burnside and he were in a voice channel in Burnside's Discord. Of course, I put everything on hold to join, as it has become not only the highlight of my day, but a rarer and rarer instance that any member of the House of Mouse will be in the same places. I joined, and Hef, seeing as I was in the same VC as Burnside, also joined in. What you are about to hear is real. Burnside had no idea he was talking to me in the following clip, where he spills his master plan about getting all of his YouTube rivals thrown in jail so that he can get all those delicious super chats. Well, no, I feel you. All my friends are mechanics, and I turned out to fuck with computers, so yeah, I get you. What do you do, man? I thought you worked in a bar or something. I figured that would be closed down.
No, my mom works in a bar. She's a bartender, a seamstress, and a mechanic. She's just not a certified mechanic.
You could write a David Allan Coe song with a mom like that. Scooby is awesome. Why is AP always fucking with that guy, man?
Yeah,
because the guy literally has no life. The guy is a failed cartoonist. He had a decent job with Dojo Management or whoever they were, and because of the dramaticism and because he got bent over barrel on some deal or something or other, and allegedly a felony. I don't know if the felony had anything to do with it, but I'm just going to speculate because usually when you couple personal problems with a bad business deal and then you get a felony on top of it, it's usually these things tends to snowball.
Dude, AP's a piece of shit. What did he get a felony for?
If I remember correctly, it was for he basically had a couple small baggies of weed and he had a hot gun.
Or a gun and some weed. Yeah, that's a felony in Texas when those are together. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You get a felony for that. What a piece of shit
Yeah.
he is, dude. Like, I've been seeing him fucking with you and Scooby and them for forever, dude. And I tried to tell him to stop.
Me too.
But he wouldn't listen.
Hey,
Yeah, like-
Burnside, how
Yeah.
come AP won't battle you in a game of Battlefront in stream and you can whoop his ass in front of everybody?
'Cause he's a jagoff. I told him twice, sure, I'll do that. And the next, my account gets axed, and he's like, well, I didn't have anything to do with that. And I'm like, oh, really? Like, I'm gonna believe you. I could just. Oh,
Dude,
to hell with them.
AP is a dirty motherfucker. I hear he hangs out with like all kinds of bad people online, man.
Oh, he does. He hangs out with a bunch of psychos.
Yeah, with the doxing faggot mustard people.
What's up with the?
Oh, yeah.
Who are the mustard people?
Well, Hand Banana is one of them. He's in the VC right now.
Oh, is Hand Banana a mustard person?
Ooh, ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Alright, well, in the off case, that person in particular does not have my consent to record this conversation because the state of Illinois is a two-party consent state. And if necessary, I will go and file a report with the 4th District Police Department, which is about 20 minutes away from where I live right now due to construction, give or take.
Burnside is absolutely accurate on that, man. Like, Illinois is a two-party state.
Yeah, you gotta know your shit, man. That's why Antifa don't like me. I'm an educated anarchist, I don't sit there and masturbate all day to Karl Marx. I go, you know what? Economics is something we should really take an interest in.
AP should pay more attention about who he's fucking with, man. He probably doesn't know how educated you are, dude.
No, he doesn't, because he literally sits there and he goes, you're going to listen to my entire diatribe. And I sit there for 3 minutes and I go, I'm going to get a beer. And when I go back from... Yeah, like literally, the dude's psychotically obsessed. It's half the reason I call him a Maoist fuck all the time. And now he's like literally like practically slapping his dong on the keyboard, jerking it like, call me a Maoist fuck. And I'm like, no, I'm going to find a different pejorative now.
Don't do it, he'll come. He'll come and you'll never get out of your DMs.
Yeah, I know.
You know he's
like,
not.
I was trying to...
You know he's not fucking that leaf fish. He's probably just that's all he does is jack off.
Probably. I don't know. Leaf's a little out there for me. I had a run-in with her and it wasn't too good, and then she tried to pull all of this other Maoist like bullshit.
Yeah, she wants to kill. Well,
fuck the whole out of it.
She wants to kill the Chinese people. I hear like that's her big thing. Is she's like a hardcore Japanese nationalist.
Who Lee?
Yeah, she's half Canadian, half Japanese, and she's a Japanese ultra nationalist, and she basically wants to commit genocide against the Chinese.
They were straight up in AP's server the other day. They were straight up posting pictures of the rape of Nanking and joking about it and making jokes about it, saying the Chinese deserved the rape of Nanking because the coronavirus somehow. Fucking sick fucks, man.
I don't bother with them. It's just after a lot of this bullshit like blows over. I'm gonna go to New York. I'm gonna go literally walk into the different offices for these different people we're supposed to file this paperwork with, and do it my damn self, because it's literally, we started gathering this together and trying to figure out a game plan, and next
yeah,
there we go.
I heard you got something. I heard you got shit on that motherfucker, man. What do you have on AP? I'll report it, dude. Fuck him.
Oh Jesus, the shit that he was posting last night, early this morning. Him and all those other psychos.
Who does he hang out
with? By all means.
Man?
Let's see here. He's got Leaf. He's got Tom Penoid. He's got Ear Juice, who I've already reported to the Australian government. As has Scoob. Yeah, he lives in Australia.
But what did you report him for? Like, what did he do?
Hate crime.
What did he like? Call someone? Did he call someone nigger?
More or less,
We're both in America, so like I'm not trying to bait you by saying that. I mean,
it's basically the way that he was lambasting Scoob was derogatory enough to be considered a hate crime in Australia, so we reported him for it. Oh, wow. And Scoob argued that the direction he was going with me too could also be loosely considered that, because he was being derogatory towards us because
one day
we're Americans that.
One day, all of these dramatic e-bags are just going to be gone off YouTube, and they're going to be locked up in the federal penitentiary, and it's just going to be you and Scooby left, dude.
That's the idea. We've been trying to do this for a while, and it's just been a matter of, I'm not good with paperwork. I don't like doing paperwork. So now finally that I have to do paperwork, I'm like, all right, fine, let's do the goddamn paperwork. Boom. This virus hits, and give me 1 second. I got to put the other headset in because I got to get into work here in a second.
That's a badass plan. Just get all the other YouTubers locked up.
Well, he's the one who mass banned us all because he banned me from Discord. He got you, Scooby, Little Google, a couple others, Captain Corrosive. They like mass banned like a lot of people.
Did you guys get your accounts frozen for quote threatening people?
No, I didn't. I'm new.
Okay, because that's what Scoop and I got.
Man. Like I'm just learning all this fucking shit, dude.
All right. This has been like a long ongoing thing, regrettably, for 2 years. Because basically, ever since Scooby and I went to the first Mother of All rallies, literally, we've wound up regrettably getting associated with a whole bunch of shit stains.
What are they, like leftists or something?
Basically,
they're like
a bunch of communists in patriotic fur. Long story short.
Yeah, because AP runs around claiming, he's like he loves America and shit, and he's some kind of conservative right winger or some shit. So is that all like a farce?
Even if he may like politically lean that way,
well,
it isn't.
The freezer is blocking out like every second or third word.
They break it out.
Yeah, he walked into the freezer. He'll be out in a second, man. I didn't know AP was into all this shit, dude. I thought he just ran a fucking late night show.
He sounds like a sketchy motherfucker.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust him.
No.
I heard,
Scooby said AP's avatar looks like Scooby.
Oh, does it?
Oh. I heard something about Scooby being a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I've heard Scooby is an unreasonably beautiful man.
Well, that's what he said. He said Sir Adamantine wants to fuck him.
Why wouldn't I believe him? I'm learning that AP is full of shit. So like, obviously Scooby's not. It doesn't go three ways there.
What is it like is it like a jealousy thing?
Yeah,
I think so.
It is.
Yeah, like we got the work meeting in a few minutes, so I gotta wait in line to clock in here, and then we'll be all good to go.
Where do you work with the freezer? That's essential. Like you packing meat or something, or is it some kind of plant? Or
oh, it's a company where people basically get boxes of food ordered to them. It's like a whole bunch of organics.
Oh, right on. One
apples,
of those like dinner
got
planning.
pears.
Cool. Right on. Well, man, thanks for enlightening me to all this shit about AP, man. Like he sounds like a real douchebag, and I'm gonna tell people about it.
And now that
you're cutting off.
Report that motherfucker, dude. You can't let. I actually like your idea. Like all these dudes on YouTube are doing illegal shit. Just get them all fucking arrested, man, and then you guys run it after that.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean.
And you've been working on this plan for 2 fucking years. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the only reason why it hasn't worked out. I work all the time. I'm preoccupied. What? Yeah, literally, like, all these people doing all this illegal shit, it's like, report them, file felonies, and, screw, like, doing the Jerry Springer back and forth banter on the internet. Nobody has an interest. That's an absolute waste of time. That's why I don't have a lot of stuff up in my... The last edition of Backline I tried to, they removed it because we mentioned the stupid coronavirus.
Oh man, you got caught up in that shit. Yeah, it's not even worth posting.
Yeah, it was really retarded. I mean, it was.
Well, you'll have plenty of views when that entire fucking community's in jail, sitting in a fucking bullpen together, wondering about why they had to fuck with Burnside on the internet.
Pretty much.
Yeah, why did I have to call someone fucking names on the internet? I could have just gone about my life and I wouldn't be in prison right now.
Yeah, I mean that's why I don't really engage with them too much. I've got better things to do. If I as of starting today work all the way until Friday, come next pay period, I'm gonna be sitting very pretty. I'm gonna have about $700 in my pocket, and I'm gonna be needing that in about 2 weeks for all the bills.
You are essential.
Working all the time.
Take pride in that, man. You're one of the essential workers, making sure the rest of us can still eat.
Oh hell yeah!
And putting YouTube criminals in jail, like a gangster.
Yeah, like that's why I don't like Tom B. He's like, yeah, I'm using the mafia. And I'm like, dude, you don't even know the beginning of my.
Yeah, wasn't Burnside like a gang in Chicago or something?
Yeah, Burnside is a neighborhood in Chicago. I wound up getting that alias because I'm actually a Burnside bum. Old greaser gang from the '60s.
Yeah, I didn't think there were any more of those left, man. That was like back in James Dean's time.
Yeah, not really. Like, we haven't been street active for a good 20-some-odd years. I literally joined them out of coincidence. Like, when I first moved into the, when I was younger, living with my parents, my mom bought a house with my former stepdad and that. We moved in, and within a couple weeks, somebody was like tossing all these flyers around, and I picked one up, and I was like, huh, what's this anarchist thing? You know, and the next thing you know, I'm hanging out with some, you know, old war vet.
Fuck yeah. Well, right on, man. Well, I gotta get out of here. I've got some shit to do, but it's been nice talking to you, man. Hopefully I'll see you around, brother.
Oh, likewise.
Okay, first off, I have no felonies and no gun charges or firearm-related charges on my record, much less a combination of the two. Second, yes, Burnside talked to me for 30 minutes and never had a clue who he was telling all this to. And third, most important, we finally get an admission of the House of Mouse's final endgame plan, their mission statement, as it were. In Scooby and Burnside's myopic, narrow little minds, if they can just somehow get 5 or 6 YouTubers that can't get 300 viewers combined to watch live, thrown in prison, including myself, Weebo Jones, anyone who has anything to do with Gulf City, Tom Pinoid, and Earjuice, then they can safely begin streaming again, and get all the viewers and super chats for themselves. Burnside is truly the most toe-curlingly, cringe, role-playing, fake perpetrator on the planet. Do we even have to go into why this would never work? How many people stream on YouTube and DLive? How illegal it is to try to set people up on false charges? And how not worth it is to attempt this with Z-list YouTubers? Most people would have some self-awareness about this sort of story. Maybe it's some fantasy that him, Scooby, and Burnside would indulge themselves in private. But Burnside is on this Discord call with me, who he thinks is some person he's never met, with Hef in there and Dark Ninja of all people, spilling this shit. Not only is this a panel guaranteed to not keep quiet, 2 out of 3 of us are having to stay on mute to not laugh in his face at this ridiculous caper. But enough about Burnside and his cringe. We'll get more into that later when we join him for some holiday activism. May 16th, 2020, will begin another spurt of crazy from Darth Hater. At this point, Scooby has become one with the Force. I hadn't been able to find much from him online at all. He's learned to stay in his little mouse hole, send his threats through Terra, Burnside, or Dark Ninja, and keep a low profile. But his powers to reach out and touch his enemies now, through a more ancient power than the internet, the telephone, has grown. Like a true Sith, if Scooby could not claim victimhood from being prank called, then he would do the calling! As we saw earlier, Inquisitor was the recipient of one of Scooby's creepiest and weirdest calls ever.
I didn't forget about you, motherfucker. I didn't forget about you at all.
But it didn't end there. It never does with Scooby. On May 16th, Inquisitor received this message after having his phone number leaked to Scooby by none other than Burnside the Cuck.
Hey, yo. How you doing? I understand from that fucking freak 6 that you were talking to a few people because I was talking to you, leaving you messages or whatnot, trying to get in touch with you so you don't get in touch with somebody else. Hey, but if you do it, I don't give a fuck who you talk to. You hit me up through Discord when you get this, or I'll tell you what the other guy. You'll go out to go get your paper. I'll be standing there having a cup of coffee, and we'll talk then. Gabish? Little asshole, tell me to go fuck myself. No, who the fuck you think you are? You call me back when you get this. Hit me up through Discord. Or, I'll see you when I see you. Choice is yours.
I'll tell you like I told the other guy. One day you might just go outside to get the mail and find me there waiting for you.
This time, Scooby had the good sense not to threaten someone's pets, but this voicemail threat didn't satisfy him. Disturbing someone's peace or pets wasn't enough. Scoobikin wanted what all psychos on the internet eventually go for. An underage girl. And he would find that in a very unlikely place.
I got a lot to talk about. You can either talk to me through Discord, or when I come to Texas, you can see me in person. I think you want to talk to me through Discord first. Got me? If you want to talk to me. Either way.
To replay this message, press 1. To replay this message, sorry, 3 is not a valid entry. Received today at 5:32 p.m.
That's the message was on my daughter's phone. Let me tell you something right now. I am not a person you want to fucking threaten. I don't give a fuck what goddamn bullshit drama's going on and things like that. But when you start putting shit like that on my daughter's phone, goddammit, I don't fucking play no more. You want to bring your motherfucking ass to Texas? Bring your motherfucking ass to Texas, goddammit. I guarantee you, it will be the last fucking mistake you ever make. I told you I was done with this bullshit. And I'm still done with this bullshit. You want to make motherfucking threats? Bitch, live up to it.
You may remember your boy Pat from episode 5, where it was revealed that he was cucking Burnside by pounding out Terrason's nappy dugout with Burnside's full blessing. Tara maintains that this was somehow not being cucked because Burnside is okay with it. Okay, I think Hef puts it best here.
No. Okay, see, there's a difference. A lot of people like to throw around the word cucking. Cucking is about humiliation and dominance.
Well, to be fair, I am pretty humiliated right now.
And not only it's an in-person thing, when you cuck a man...
I think cucking's letting your bitch fuck another dude.
Yeah, I'd be humiliated if my old lady was fucking
that's called cheating. But when the man knows about it, and he's okay with it...
That makes him
and he's out fucking another bitch, too...
Now, let's address this right off. Pat fucked a fat bitch. And according to the Uniform Code of Bro Justice, we have to bust his balls for it a little bit. Provided that he feels shame about it. But Pat is straight up like,
fat bitches need love too, Craig. Sure.
So he's been kind of exonerated according to the standards of the Bro Code. The statute of limitations for cracking on your boy for fucking a fat chick is only like 90 days anyway. In fact, on behalf of all white people, let me be the first to thank you for taking these bitches off our hands. So with that out of the way, why would Scooby call Pat's daughter's phone and make a threat like this? I mean, let's face it. Pat could beat Scooby, Burnside, and his meat at the same time with one hand tied behind his back. Well, it goes back to a little over a year previous, when Pat decided he didn't want to be associated with these kind of cringy psychopaths anymore.
Your boy Pat, you got a problem? Yesterday, you left my server. Today, you threw me out of your server and unfriended me. So I'm asking, is there some sort of problem?
No problem. I'm just done with the stress, fighting, and people giving me ultimatums. I got a doctor's appointment this coming Wednesday about my health, and I already know what he's gonna say. He told me the last time to keep away from stressful events. So now that's what I gotta do. So no problem or ill will, I'm just done. Pox has gone out of my stuff too. I ain't dealing with no more from my psyche.
Why did you throw me out? Leave my server and unfriend me. I never did shit to you.
Because I'm done. I'm cutting all stress out of my life for health's sake. The stuff between you and all them has gotten out of hand, and that phone call you made to me last time worries me. Like I said, no ill will towards anybody, but I'm done.
That phone call I last gave you should worry you. Your friends are affecting my mother's health, well-being, and safety. Everything I said to you on that phone call was factually accurate, including the in-game scenario I predicted. Worried is the least of it.
So you do what you feel like you gotta do. I'm done with the stress.
No, you're not done. Not by a long shot. I'm not finished yet. You and I will talk later then, either on the phone or face to face. Both work fine by me.
After that, it appeared Scoobert was going to comply. Now, we all know for a fact, by Scooby's own admission since saying that, and I'll keep repeating it, Scooby's house absolutely never got any calls until 18 months into his "they've been calling my mother and that's gonna make her die" gay op. But as we all know, Scoobikin will always come back and demand satisfaction. Eventually, he runs out of pills. And he did in September. September the 14th, 2019. From Scoobie331.
Yo, you've been ignoring me for a few weeks now.
And then Scooby sends Pat his address.
You seriously want me to just come knock on your door? Believe me, I got no problem doing it. None at all. Call me back.
Scooby is a psycho, and everyone he meets is more or less treated like the ex-girlfriend of a psycho. Fast forward to February 15th, 2020, the Battle of Hejaz, where Tara sent up and outs Burnside as a cuck and admits to fucking yo boy Pat. Not only that, bragging that Burnside is okay with it, as he sat there silently like a good little sissy boy.
Yeah, because there was an accusation about Pat, someone named Pat, who was another YouTuber that was that filmed or made YouTube videos as he was making his way down, that then came and stayed with you. And people were asking for you to clarify that. Would you be able to clarify that for us?
Oh yes, Pat and I fucked. No problem. There you go.
That's pretty much it. And so Burnside, of course, knew about this fact?
Yeah.
So he got cucked?
Pat obviously has questions as to why his sex life is now on blast in front of the whole internet, so him and Tara have a little chat. Morning.
Hey.
Seen the stream.
I'm watching yours now. Thank you for backing me. I don't know who spread it because I never told anyone.
What do you mean you never told anyone? Again, this is standard for the House of Mouse. When in a corner, just lie. Underestimate the intelligence of your opponent. The old Oliver North, I do not recall, counselor. Despite it being broadcast live and recorded for all time, not 12 hours previous to this. From what it sounded like, it was a rumor. So when you confirmed that we did, I just let it be known because Trippy acting like a dick. Like I was supposed to be embarrassed, so I just confirmed it. I ain't ashamed.
Me neither. It's our sex life. We can do what we want.
Right. I did mention the reason I stopped talking to Scooby and had to change my number.
Ah, so you don't have your number now?
Nope. I have a new one for right now. A cheap, shitty phone. I still haven't watched all the other stream yet, just the timestamp part.
I'm looking in the live chat and Leaf is saying that I said you have gonorrhea. I never said anything about you and STDs. I'm gonna kill that little lying twat.
FYI, Leaf has yet to be killed by Terracin or Scooby. But this is also pretty standard for these people. Death threats they have no intention of carrying out. Anyway, she's right. She didn't claim she had gonorrhea. Because everyone has gonorrhea. You see, if you watched episode 5, you learned that according to Terracin, we all have gonorrhea in our DNA, along with all other STDs. And you're just playing sex roulette until you find a partner with a, and I'm quoting her, compatible strain to activate it.
So you're just a carrier for gonorrhea.
Everybody's a carrier for a bunch of STDs. They just have to find the right hookup.
Well, no, it was supposedly he.
Huh? So you did give him an STD.
He gave himself STDs. Technically.
Yes. He reactivated it, correct.
Reactivate? What, was it caught in a dick skin fold?
Dick.
No, I think it was in her body. So he went there for the first time.
Yeah, I'm sure it was in her
Then
body.
it became an STD. Then he went back, and then he got an STD.
So the fact is, she probably is a carrier for gonorrhea. Nobody without some STD has to make up ridiculous justifications like that. We just say no. Now I talked to Pat, and he says he certainly does not have the clap. And I believe him. Pat, much like myself, has high blood pressure. But unlike me, he sees a doctor regularly. And he certainly appears to be in a healthy condition. I ain't seen his dick, but let's take his word for it. Let's take it on face value that he dodged a bullet on this one. After all, who would ever believe that Count Cholesterol Terracin would be getting any dick at all? Which brings us to this recording.
Pat, it's me. Been a minute. I ain't heard from you. When you hit me up through Discord, you and I got a lot to talk about. You can either talk to me through Discord, or when I come to Texas, you can see me in person. Think you you want to talk to me through Discord first. Got me? If you want to talk to me. Either way.
To replay this message, press 1. To replay this message, sorry, 3 is not a valid entry. Received today at 5:32 p.m.
So how did Scooby get Pat's address and phone number? Well, the House of Mouse is known to lie, but they aren't good liars. The day Pat received this message on his kid's phone, he posted the recording on Twitter, and that thread contained some very pertinent information, with Tara Sin joining the conversation. So why'd you give out his number to someone else? What a piece of shit. Another assumption, lovely. I didn't give him the number. I asked him what number he called. Yeah, okay, bitch. And then Pat shows the screenshot that we just showed a moment ago. Facebook message back in February. Again, how did Scooby get the number? Because it wasn't the same one. And Tara leaves the conversation. So let me break this down for you. The only person who had Pat's phone number and address was Tara Sin. But she didn't have his new number. She had his old number that he gave to his daughter. The same number that Scooby began calling and harassing. So if we're to assert that Tara knew in February that this wasn't Pat's number and it had been passed to his kid, then Scooby knew that. And I think we can also safely assume, based on his past behavior, that Scooby didn't care. He's going to be heard whether you want to hear it or not. Up to and including leaving that message for your 16-year-old daughter. Tara absolutely gave this information to Scooby, and he used it, as he always does. But if you had any doubt about Tara being the one who did this, as you can see here, she uses the standard Pat lying bitch excuse. Don't assume. Every man listening to these words coming out of a woman's mouth knows she is lying. She can't defend herself. She can't provide proof to the contrary. She's busted red-handed, but don't assume. You're assuming. Well, I guess to a certain extent she's right. We don't have DMs where she sent Pat's number to Scooby. She's just one of Scooby's last remaining 2 friends online, who had this information and a motive to provide it after Pat stopped talking to her when she spilled the tea on their relationship and subsequent cucking of Burnside. Tara, you lying slut. We won't hear any more from Tara Sin after this. She decided it was best to stop streaming on YouTube and concentrate on her career as a Unitarian minister. I'm sure you will be extremely successful in your endeavors, Tara, because this is the face every bride wants to see at her wedding. In early June, I and a number of other people went on one of Dark Ninja's streams, which, as he tends to do, was just a screen cap and OBS of whatever he happened to be looking at in Discord. His tendency to do this will play a factor in this story multiple times. Unfortunately, Dark Ninja deleted the stream before it could process, but upon entering Dark Ninja's, dating server that he made because he's totally never fucking around on his wife.
Oh, I am completely single. That's why I'm on a dating Discord where you met me at.
Sorry. Wait. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go now. See you guys later.
So yeah, upon entering this dating server to talk to Dark Ninja on air, it was noticed that Burnside the Cuck was the only other admin other than Dark Ninja. And since this Dark Ninja stream was broadcasting his general chat live and Burnside was actively talking shit, we did what must be done and posted a number of screenshots and photos of Burnside, Scooby, and Tara to this general chat. Now all this shit has been out there. Nothing against the rules. And to Burnside's credit, he did try to play it kinda cool about it. He would kick people, but since he doesn't know how to ban, we would turn back up within seconds. But hey, this is a dating server, after all. And these people deserve to know what Scooby and Burnside look like before getting weird video calls from these people dick in hand at 3 a.m. and subsequently end up mumbling in a straitjacket somewhere for the next decade. Well, when Scoob woke up the next day and saw this stream and his face was on the screen, he did, well, what Scooby does.
God, I got the fucking... Hold on.
What the fuck was that?
First, he immediately throws Dark Ninja's own docs in his face. Then, when that doesn't work, because at this point, through Dark Ninja's interactions with, let's say, people that don't put up with bullshit like him, he's already been doxxed. So hard he was relatively immune to it. Scooby then calls Dark Ninja, and the circle is now complete. Once you were the learner, and now you are the one being low-key threatened by Scooby over something, frankly, he didn't even do. I personally posted the picture of Scooby in that general chat. But that doesn't matter to Scoob. This is Scoobie331 we're talking about here. You have crossed him, and now you must, I don't know, be told where you live? Ninja then released this impressive piece of cringe. I'm gonna edit it down because he plays the music so loud over his voice at some points you can't even hear him, so please set your monitor's cringe settings to maximum.
Yeah, yo, Ninja, what's up? It's Scooby. You were supposed to send me that police report information, or at least the report number. Not this Monday, last Monday. Obviously, I know who you are. I wouldn't be on your phone. And I know where your address is, which means I can easily just call police department myself and ask them if you actually got swatted. So, I'd rather not go through all of that. Why don't you hit me up when you get this? Obviously, I ain't giving you my number, so you can call me through Discord. Alright? I'll talk to you later when you get this, alright? Bye.
What's up, guys? This is another episode of Let's go! Ninja! What's up, guys? This episode is for Scoobie331. Scooby, you're a backstabbing mother effer. I was on your side from day one. I mean, I was on Burnside's side, Tara's side from day one. Haven't seen Tara in a while, haven't spoke to Tara. Burnside, this feud is between me and Scooby. I suggest, if you want to try to de-escalate the situation, you can. But as for now, your buddy Scooby has unlawfully and fucking doxed me for no fucking reason. Scooby, you got so butthurt over a damn face pic I posted on my stream? Are you fucking serious? How in the hell are you gonna fucking turn on me like that? It was a stream that I did that AP got on and posted Burnside's pic, your pic, in some kind of rally. I don't even know what it was. You got upset about that? Not only did you get upset about that, you fucking doxed me. I mean, I've been doxed already, before, numerous times, 500 times. But a dox coming from you, and then on top of that, you doxing my family? Scooby, I want you to VC me. Get out of your damn underground burrow and fucking voice chat me on Discord. Quit being a fucking pussy. You're older than me, and you're apparently more wiser than me. That is so fucked up. How you just gonna fucking turn on me like that? You do realize my enemies, the Plate Gang, AP, and everybody else, has fucking warned me and told me you were gonna turn on me? Have you know that? Did you know that? I fucking backed you up, motherfucker. I backed you up from the beginning. How in the fuck are you just gonna turn on me like that? Scooby, quit being a pussy and fucking voice chat me. You need to fucking voice chat me right now. Or whenever you as soon as possible. You're gonna call me at my cell phone, my actual phone number, before all this even happened. You were waiting to fuck me over. You were waiting, motherfucker. You called me, sent me a voicemail, trying to threaten me about showing you about my SWAT information. First of all, I don't need to prove nothing to you. Okay? I don't give a fuck if you believe me or not. It happened. I know it happened. It's being under investigated right now. And there's nothing you can do about it. Secondly, you're not gonna sit there and fucking threaten me for the fucking names you want. Now, for your stupid fucking shenanigans and your fucking decision, you're gonna fucking be exposed, motherfucker. You wanna fuck with me? And especially, dude, Play Gang has never been on my side since the beginning. They were my enemies since the beginning. So is everybody else. AP and them. Right now, I don't know. I guess it's kind of neutral between some of them. I don't know. But it's worse for you because you fucking backstab me, motherfucker. It's fucking worse. How in the fuck are you just gonna do that? Are you fucking stupid or what? You're a fucking 40-year-old fucking furry. And you just wanna... No wonder you want Cap Warfox's info. No wonder. He's a furry just like you. Anyway, Scooby, if you want to have a battle, dude, we can have a battle. But right now, we need to talk this out. And you need to talk to me like a fucking man. Get up off your ass, talk to me like a man, and voice check.
That is what Dart Ninja's videos look like. They are some of the most glorious, unfiltered fuckery I have witnessed in a long time. Well, Dart Ninja's a pussy. There's no doubting that. So instead of admitting he was wrong about all these weird mouse people, he tries to salvage a friendship with Burnside and broker peace with the King of Long Island, Scoobie331. If you've been following along, Burnside, otherwise known as Heinrich Thornton on YouTube, is one of the cringiest magatard LARPers on the face of any planet he inhabits at any given time. And his Independence Day celebrations this year would be no different. You see, in an attempt to rebrand, Scooby has been sending Burnside out to different rallies and protests around Chicago to, quote, report on the action. This included May Day, where Burnside just drove in circles for 2 hours, and an open Illinois protest on May 23rd, where he straight up gets shot at.
I don't know, some dude with a gun. Okay, thank you. Sounded like a cap gun.
It's a hell of a cap gun. It sounded like the guy just shot one off.
It's boring, but whenever either of these know-nothing LARPing perpetrators opens their mouth, it's sure to give you uncomfortable chills up your spine. If I didn't know for a fact Burnside is actually this retarded, I would swear he was a CIA operative. As we've seen in previous videos, Burnside loves to LARP with his plastic AK-47 replica. When confronted as to why he parades around a replica toy gun on streams and in public, he says it's because it's illegal to show a gun on video. Which makes no sense, because even if you can't open carry in Chicago, I'm pretty sure you can put a gun in a video unless you're threatening someone with it. I think it's safe to assume that Burnside simply doesn't own a real firearm. Which isn't something to be ashamed of. I just personally think it's a bad idea to not own one for protection. But the fact that Burnside isn't toting around a loaded AK-47 everywhere is probably a good thing. The reason I bring up his fake guns and cringe protest videos is on July 4th, 2020, a fusion of cringe took place in the alley behind Burnside's parents' house, where Burnside would make a statement about BLM in the current state of our country. And just like any good patriot, he straps a Roman candle to his plastic AK-47 and, quote, shoots at BLM signs. Take a look at this. This is Burnside's real life.
Happy Independence Day, everybody. Hope you're having a nice, fun, safe 4th of July, and it kind of sucks. A lot of places have canceled a lot of the fireworks that they're going to have. You know, maybe Pier's open, but they're not doing any fireworks, and looks like somebody's already having fun. But don't worry. I know what you're thinking. Oh yeah, you got the prop gun again.
Oh yeah, you got the prop gun again.
You got the rifle, blah blah blah. Hey, don't worry about it. I know the 10-round rule. You can only have a magazine that holds 10 rounds. In the city of Chicago, so okay, no worries. Here's what we're gonna do. Come on, there we go. No rounds, no problems. Some of the fun we have here. And we'll go have some firework fun with all these signs. Don't worry. We'll put out the fires if they happen. We're not going to catch the whole block on fire. We're not that irresponsible. But we are going to make sure we have fun.
No, 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 no.
I edited nothing out of context there. He added that music. He went out in public, duct taped a Roman candle to a plastic gun in Chicago, and shot fireworks at some trash cans with BLM painted on them. I shit you not. If you ever find yourself in the position of actually believing anything Scooby says, remember this moment. Remember what a man who buys into Scoob's bullshit looks like, what his life is, and simply make the right choice to not be that guy. Burnside, a man cucked so hard by your boy Pat, he literally became the whitest thing on the planet. I mean that. I feel no kinship to this man. He's so white, it's like a different race. I feel like a person of color watching this footage. I swear, when Burnside got done doing this, he took off his little Dairy Queen hat and his poser greaser gear. He made a mayonnaise sandwich, drank a glass of milk to wash it down, and then watched Happy Days. Just the whitest shit you can imagine. And normally when I say something like that, I mean it as a compliment. Like, nice crime-free neighborhood you got here. But in Burnside's case, it's not a compliment. Burnside ruins being white for me. Burnside, the next Roman candle you light should be planted firmly up your own ass. America doesn't want you or need you. We don't respect men who let other men fuck their girlfriend. This might go down as one of the best Scooby stories yet, so strap yourself in. On July 21st, 2020, I received this message from Dark Ninja. It appears that he had somehow, via being threatened himself, been given one of the silliest stories in the entire saga. Now, keep in mind, Hef had hit me up about a week prior to this to tell me Dark Ninja was peddling this flower cart of manure for Scooby. But Dark Ninja wanted to wait until he was sure the police weren't involved before contacting me.
I haven't heard from you in a while. I don't know what's going on, but I do need to make you aware of a few things, and I want to ask you something. As far as developments, it seems that old Baldy went off the deep end and started sending threats to Scoob and his family over the internet, and I believe a few of his minions have resumed making phone calls. Long story short, from the local government to the state to the few federal offices have been called, and should be making moves within the next few days or a week or two at most. Because you've had interactions with some of these people who have made these phone calls, I want you to please remove the videos you've recently made in this matter, and if by chance you get approached by the authorities, cooperate with them, assist them if they need to investigate anything, and don't do anything crazy, stupid, or do much as tell a white lie. I myself have to look forward to a potential house visit, so I've got to be compliant and explain to these people that I have, I don't know what this word is, in this criminal cult. As he sees it, you've cooperated with people who have not only acted against him, Tara, and I, but you've aided people whom committed the actual crimes. You've assisted people that want to send MS-13, the Black Bloc, Antifa, BAM, BLM, and a few other groups to his house to rape and kill his mother and wife in front of him. Unlike my state, his is more slighted and draconian. Which is why I had to reach out to your state. Because I didn't get a hold of Scoob before we spoke last, the time you did the video on asking me questions, he assumed that you were doubling down on this hostility and acted in a crude tactical fashion to counter your actions as a warning. As far as the Discord reporting, we want to drag them into court for aiding and abetting these criminals and domestic terrorists.
No, I didn't abide them in anything, and I highly doubt they want to rape his mother. So now we've gone from the YouTube mafia to a criminal cult. Indeed, Scooby is hatching another one of his "do what I say or I'm going to tell the law some lies" master plans on us. I can only assume I'm old Baldy. And as of recording this on December the 20th, 2020, I am having nothing resembling a breakdown. But I did defend myself from this allegation on my show on the 21st. It seems like if something like this was true, there should be some evidence of it. But as always, the mask slips and we get the Scooby and Burnside MO after that. I want you to remove your videos about me and Scooby.
Remove my videos or you might find yourself involved in a vague legal investigation. It's not that we did this or threatening you to remove the evidence, if that was the case. But if you don't do what we say, something bad might happen to you.
But that's not all. Burnside followed up. And we are to believe that I, a right-wing internet show host who garnishes no more than 300 viewers per stream, am involved in a plot to get a number of left-wing terrorist organizations to rape and kill his mother and wife in front of him. First of all, I'm from Texas. Ask yourself this, viewer. What does "fuck your mother and wife in front of you" sound more like? Something a Texan would say? Or something a scumbag, fake Goomba douchebag from Long Island would say? If you need more than one guess, you've never been to New York. And not only that, but Scooby and Burnside's broke down asses think they're going to take down Discord itself. A mighty plot indeed. So how did I get these screenshots, you might ask? Well, you'll only ask that if you haven't been paying attention. Of course Dark Ninja gave them to me. A week later. Good looking out, asshole. Dark Ninja got this shit on July the 8th. He bought into Scooby's bullshit enough to make sure the cops weren't involved, so when I was contacted, I had some questions for Dark Ninja. By the way, Scooby took down Earjuice's second channel, Jarbo Binks. Bro, Burnside said you're wanting to rape Scooby's wife now. Why do you want to rape his wife so bad? I'm probably gonna make a video on you. That's messed up. Ha! Sure, show me the proof of wanting to touch Scooby's nasty wife, much less rape her. By the way, I did throw her picture up on a few streams in my defense. Please make a video saying I want to rape Scooby's wife, because Burnside said so. Because we're gonna ask for proof of your claims, and when you can't produce anything other than "cause Burnside said so," the raping of your last shred of credibility begins. I'll let you get away with saying some dumb shit, Ninja, but if you believe A, if I was a rapist, I couldn't do better than trans Bret Hart, or B, anyone with self-respect would even touch Scooby's nasty wife, I got nothing for you, homie. Make your move, I'll make mine, and in the end, we will get a laugh at you heartily. And you will end up part of one of these Scooby videos in December as the guy who actually believed Burnside. Then I show him a picture of Scooby's wife. You think if I was gonna rape a bitch, I couldn't do better than that? You obviously don't watch the videos, otherwise you would have never fallen for such a weak sauce claim. His mother and his wife now? Don't delete posts, nigga. But what you're not seeing is Dark Ninja deleted a post where he said I was going to rape his mother and his wife. Why the fuck would Burnside lie to me? Nigga, I'm not even gonna do this. Please make a video where you claim I have wanted to rape Scooby's mom and wife for a while now, and you know this because Burnside told you. And why would Burnside lie? Do it. I actually can't. I didn't record the call Scooby gave me. Hey, why did you delete? They've been saying you wanted to rape Scooby's mom and wife for a while now, and Burnside telling me just confirms it. Nah, man. Be about that shit, you said. Make that video. I'm so sure there is not a shred of proof I've ever claimed to want to rape any of Scooby's family that I encourage it. The interesting thing here is Dark Ninja deleting, they've been saying this for a while, because it obviously conflicts with this being some threat they just came up with. I can't claim to believe Dark Ninja buys into this. All I'm saying is he bought it enough to see if I was about to take a fall on a false charge and keep his distance. Nah, go ahead, nigga. It's not a leak if you have my permission. Fine. Can't wait. Here's partial, but it's not all. And then he sends me the screenshot that we just read from Burnside a minute ago. To which I laugh, and he sends me the second screenshot we looked at. So where's the proof? If I sent him threats, surely they have screenshots. Bro, why would you want to rape Scooby's wife? Come on, AP, I thought you were a badass, dude. I'm still shocked anyone would consider Scooby's wife rapeable. Men usually need an erection to rape. Maybe you like her ass or something. So, just Burnside saying stuff, huh? Ew, come on. And then I sent another picture of trans Bret Hart, aka Scooby's wife. Scooby told me the actual thing in the call. What was the actual thing? Yeah, bro, why would you want to rape that woman? You know Scooby's been at this, I'm gonna get the whole internet arrested thing for like 3 years, right? I see no woman here. I see Bret Hart on HRT transitioning into a trans lady. Burnside said you would rape her in front of him too. Yeah, Dark Ninja, that's all vernacular they use. I'm gonna burn your kids in front of you, Geek Thulu. Remember? Nobody says I'm going to do blank in front of you, but them. Well, now they're gonna tell the cops I'm associating with you. You calling and threatening Scooby, you're gonna rape his wife. That's fucked up. So, how many people am I supposed to rape Scooby's wife in front of? And why does Burnside like watching other men fuck women? So where's that proof? Burnside said you're gonna rape Scooby's wife in front of Burnside and Scooby. So, let me get this straight. Burnside says I'm going to kidnap Scooby's wife from Long Island and transport her to Chicago to cuck him? Yeah, that sounds about right for Burnside. I think he meant you would go to Long Island and pick up Burnside from Chicago to rape Scooby's wife in front of them. Nigga, are you seriously buying into this or being sarcastic? I can't tell. So I would kidnap Burnside and bring him to Long Island to cuck him? Let me show you something, Dark Ninja. And then I send him screenshots of my file system that shows clearly well-organized evidence of Scooby and everyone that he's threatened. Anytime Scooby wants to start shit, I have enough screenshots and video, well-organized and to the point, with absolute proof of him making terroristic threats. Well, dude, you want to rape his wife and shit while Burnside watches. That's illegal already. And so I send him more screenshots. And 6 hours of combined produced Scooby material. I'm not worried about Scooby making false claims to the law. The moment he does, he will be buried and taken to jail himself, and he knows it. Make your video, homie. I'll expose you. I want to watch you get laughed at. There are at least 10 threats from Scooby per folder that you saw there. So let me get this straight. Burnside says I'm going to cuck him. You want to rape Scooby's wife, get raped, and send BLM, Antifa, and all of them to take a turn raping and killing his wife and mother. And he sends me that screenshot of Burnside again. By making him watch me rape Scooby's wife? Sorry, wrong screen. I already saved the last copy. Thanks, Dark Ninja. Because he deleted something there. Oh, okay. This is great. Keep him talking. Yeah, not only you want to rape his wife, you want to send these organizations to take a turn raping his wife and mother. And you're the fucking mastermind. You're mental, dude. So, I want to kidnap Burnside and bring him to Long Island so me and a bunch of leftist scum can gang rape Scooby's wife and cuck Burnside? That's what you believe? Yes. And I laugh at him again. Nigga, you're hilarious. Well, not kidnap Burnside, but pick him up. So, you think I would show up outside Burnside's house, honk the horn, he would come out and we would take a road trip to go rape Scooby's wife and cuck Burnside? With Antifa? This is his story? Yeah, because he wants to be there for his friend. I just died. Yeah, that's Burnside's MO, being there for his friends while they fuck his girl. You're a sick freak, dude. Please share all of these DMs, Dark Ninja. What the fuck, nigga? You should be scared if I expose you. This ain't a joke. Dark Ninja, the fact I am encouraging you to do this should tell you how confident I am of my innocence. Please, go release all of those DMs above. I have them screenshotted, so if you delete anything, I will bust you, including the stuff you already deleted. Please tell the internet that Burnside claims I'm gonna pick him up, road trip with him to Chicago. I'm in Long Island here. So me and Antifa can fuck Scooby's wife in front of him because he's a cuck like that? Oh, Dark Ninja, it's certainly a joke, but you're the only one who can't see it. So according to Burnside and Dark Ninja, and having heard Burnside's bullshit stories for 3 years now, I believe this. Burnside claims that I sent threats to Scooby's family in writing, over the internet. And when asked for proof, Burnside then said it was all phone calls. And his fantasy is that I'm gonna come pick Burnside up to road trip to Long Island so me and BLM can gangbang Scooby's mother and wife to death while they watch. And now you get why I put emphasis on it anytime Scooby mentioned doing something in front of someone else. That's his MO, not mine. He absolutely made this shit up. Can we take a moment to appreciate that even in Burnside and Scooby's fantasy world of internet mafias and FBI adventures, they still get cucked? It's still all about someone fucking their girlfriends and wives in front of them. And specifically BLM as well. Damn, just damn. This must have been Burnside's contribution to the story. Scooby, I challenge you to provide any evidence I said that I was going to rape any member of your family to death with a mob of left-wing agitators. Bring it on. Scooby, I'm gonna warn you one last time. You better not have gone to the cops with such a bullshit story, because I happen to be the one guy with a complete and dated record of everything you have done for the last 3 years. If I actually do receive a visit from the police, I will not only prove you are lying, I will press charges of my own, and unlike you, I can prove everything. Well, kids, that's the end of the story from 2020. There's a little more. In fact, I got about 25 minutes of finished footage from this film that I cut out. Maybe we'll screen it on late night sometime. Scooby possibly having brain damage causing his psychosis, Donga and Irving twins simping for Scoob, but in the end, this is already well over 2 hours long, and it's time for me to get to bed. After all, it's before Christmas, and I'm sure you all have plenty of family events and sugar plum dreams to get to. So from my family to yours, I wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And remember, as always, if you have any interactions with the House of Mouse or Scoobie331, get that to me immediately. I foresee this being the last Scooby video I do, but you never know. Scooby's still out there, somewhere, hurt and humiliated. And Scooby, I will make you the same offer I make to you every year that you are too frightened to accept. If you want to end this and bury the hatchet, hit me up anytime and we'll fire up a live stream and you can try to explain yourself. Instead of Star Wars, let's give this a Gremlins ending. Can I get that backdrop at the end of Gremlins 1? So next time you get a random thread online, next time someone accuses you of some bullshit you didn't do, next time you encounter a story about me that is too ridiculous to possibly be believed, be careful, because maybe, just maybe, you have yourself a Scooby.